There's no such thing as the paranormal. There's only really the normal. What humans perceive as mystical or extraordinary is simply beyond their understanding. That's it. This is simply the areas that are unexplained to us from our position of ignorance. Ignorance can perceive ignorance. This can be translated or correlated with the statement that higher dimensional beings are aware of the lower dimensions. But ignorance cannot perceive intelligence. It can perceive the effects of intelligence, but it cannot comprehend intelligence in the same way that the lower dimensions cannot perceive the higher. Movement through time is literally movement through location within the fourth dimension. Or, in other words, it is movement within the fourth dimension, which results in a different locale within that plane of existence, perceived here as a third dimensional space at a specific point in time. Time travel in a third density body is not possible without a fourth dimensional space being opened around that third density body. In other words, from the fourth dimension, a third dimensional time shift can be achieved quite easily. For a fourth dimensional being, for a fourth dimensional body, which is approximately, I'm only estimating, 1,000th of the density of your third density body, your fourth density, fourth dimensional body can move easily through time in the same way that you can walk through the third dimension of space quite easily, unencumbered. But if you try to move your three-dimensional perception, which is your third density body, which is also can be translated to your ignorance of the fourth dimension, you would not be able to do it. This body would have to become far less dense or work in accordance again with your higher fourth dimensional self to arrange such a situation. The fifth dimensional etheric body is perhaps again 1,000th as dense as the fourth dimensional astral body. And so certainly to the lower astral beings, but often to the totality, to all except the highest in the astral, the fifth dimension will be virtually invisible or totally invisible and undetectable. Not to say they will be completely unaware of it as they are here, although some, the lower astral denizens, will be, or they will not comprehend it, what they see, So, you have always been you, and you always will be. If I asked you at 5 years old, who are you? Not what is your name, not what do people call you, but who are you? You would still feel like you, whatever answer you gave me and whatever you call yourself. The truth is you always feel like you. Who is the you? At each of these moments in time, you have a different physical body. Sometimes that's not easy to see if they are close together within the fourth dimension, within the fourth dimensional location, meaning a appearing close to us in time sequence, then it is not so easy to see the difference in the bodies, but it is still there. They are changing every nanosecond, every Planck second, actually. In the same way that the ocean is always moving, and a river is always moving, and the sky is always moving. It's never actually the same sky. It's never configured in the same way. And you actually, if you consider yourself to be your body, you have multiplied your body 10 times, because you started relatively small in a body. So if we took your 2-year-old body and put it next to your 30-year-old body, how could these two things be perceived as the same? Were they together in the same third density space of time, in the same third dimensional space of time, it would be perceived as two separate people. And yet both of these people are you. Or at least you felt like you when you were them. So who are you? And what about when it's another life? And what about when it's another species, another race, another sex? But you're still you. But you're still you. That's what you have to find.